Bhishmadro Mukhata Sarvesham Chamahikshitam Uvacha Partapashyaitan Samavetan Kuruniti Bhishmadrona Pramukhata Sarvesham Chamahikshitam Vacha Partha Pashyaitan Samavetan Kuruniti. Bhishma, grandfather Bhishma, Drona, the teacher of Drona, Pramukhata, in front of, Sarvesham, all, Cha, also, Mahikshitam, chiefs of the world, Uvacha, said, Partha, O son of Pritha, Pashyat, just behold, Etan, all of them, Samavetan, assembled, Kurun, the members of the Kuru dynasty, Iti, thus, in the presence of Bhishma, Drona and all the other chieftains of the world, the Lord said, just behold, Partha, all the Kurus assembled here. Last time I think we already listened from that. Maybe next. Tatra pashyat stitan partha pitrinatha pitamahan acharyan matulan bhratrin putran pautran sakim statha swasuran suhridaschaiva sinayorubhayorapi. Tatra, there, apashyat, he could see, titan, standing, Partha, Arjuna, Pitrin, fathers, Atha, also, Pitamahan, grandfathers, Acharyan, teachers, Matulan, maternal uncles, Bratrin, brothers, Putran, sons, Pautran, grandsons, Sakin, friends, Tatha, too, Swasuran, fathers-in-law, Suhrida, well-wishers, Cha, also, Eva, certainly, Senayo, all the armies, Ubhayo, of both parties, Api including. There Arjuna could see, within the midst of the armies of both parties, his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his fathers-in-law and well-wishers. Purport. On the battlefield, Arjuna could see all kinds of relatives. He could see persons like Bhurishrava, who were his father's contemporaries, grandfathers Bhishma and Somadatta, teachers like Dronacharya and Kripacharya, maternal uncles like Shalya and Shakuni, brothers like Duryodhana, sons like Lakshmana, friends like Ashwathama, well-wishers like Kritavarma, etc. He could see also the armies which contained many of his friends. And maybe we read a little bit more. Tan samiksha sakanteya sarvan bandhunavastitan kripaya paraya vishto vishidan nidam abravit. When the son of Kunti Arjuna saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus. Arjuna vacha dristvemam svajanam Krishna yutsum samupastitam sidanti mama gatrani mukam cha parishusyati. Arjuna vacha. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, Seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up. For the purpose, any man who has genuine devotion to the Lord has all the good qualities which are found in godly persons or in the demigods, whereas a non-devotee, however advanced he may be in material qualification by education and culture, lacks in godly qualities. As such, Arjuna, just after seeing his kinsmen, friends and relatives on the battlefield, was at once overwhelmed by compassion for them, but so decided to fight amongst themselves. As far as his soldiers were concerned, he was sympathetic from the beginning, but he felt compassion even for the soldiers of the opposite party, foreseeing their imminent death. And while he was so thinking, the limbs of his body began to quiver and his mouth became dry. He was more or less astonished to see their fighting spirit. Practically the whole community, all blood relatives of Arjuna had come to fight with him. This overwhelmed a kind devotee like Arjuna, although it is not mentioned here. Still, one can easily imagine that not only were Arjuna's bodily limbs quivering and his mouth drying up, but he was also crying out of compassion. Such symptoms in Arjuna were not due to weakness, but to his soft-heartedness, a characteristic of a pure devotee of the Lord. It is said therefore, Yasya sti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvair gunaistatra samasate sura harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena satidha vato bahi. One who has unflinching devotion for the personality of Godhead has all the good qualities of the demigods, but one who is not a devotee of the Lord has only material qualifications that are of little value. This is because he is hovering on the mental plane and is certain to be attracted by the glaring material energy. So today we listen from the shlokas and describing actually how the merciful Lord, desiring to deliver the universe through instructions to his dear associate Arjuna, he put him under illusion, making it appear that his duty to fight was against religious principles, like some philosophy of non-violence. In Shruti is mentioned here, like Baladev Vidyabhushan is saying, Ma himsyat sarva bhutani, do not commit violence against any living entity. So by that Arjuna got, this is also from Chandogya Upanishad, and it's quoted by Ramanuja and Siddhar Swami. This is many places in Mahabharata also. Mahim syat sarvabhutani maitrayana gata charet. We should not commit violence against any living entity, and we should develop a friendly relationship to everyone. Yeah, but that was, in this situation, it was like one type of curtain, illusory curtain that Arjuna consciousness was covered. By addressing Arjuna, the son of Kunti, the son of his father's sister, he's suggesting that Arjuna has Kshatriya background, therefore he said Kaunteya. And Kshatriya Dharma is doesn't include lamentation, bewilderment like that. So Kshatriyas means to be strong. Because of his extremely compassionate nature, Paraya Kripaya, yeah, he showed remorse, Vishidan. And Kripaya means like they said, though he had previously shown compassion for those in his own army, now he also showed additional compassion for the members of the opposing army. So therefore he was lamenting. And then lamentation is described. Svajanam, towards his relatives, meaning his group of friends. Svajana means like friends or relatives. Like. After situated here, I have seen those relatives assembled. My limbs, such as hands and feet, are weakening. Siddhanti, my mouth is dried up completely. Parishushyati, from tiredness, fatigue. Yeah? My hair's standing on the end. Ramaharshan, oh, my body is quivering. Vepathu, chasharirana. His bow was falling from his head, indicates his unsteadiness in his burning skin, like that. That is actually is the next sloka. It is said, Vepathushcha sharire me romaharshascha jayate gandivam shramsate hasta tvakchaiva paridahyate. My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on end, my bow gandiva is slipping from my hand and my skin is burning. Like two kinds of trembling of the body, like Srila Prabhupada said. Two kinds of standing of the air on an end. Such phenomena occur either in great spiritual ecstasy or out of great fear under material conditions. So there is no fear in transcendental realization. Arjuna's symptoms in this situation are out of material fear, namely loss of life. This is evident from other symptoms also. He became so impatient that his famous bow Gandiva was slipping from his hands. And because his heart was burning within him, he was feeling a burning sensation of the skin. All these are due to a material conception of life. So, this the most difficult situation in the life is battle, in the war, fighting in the battlefield. One should have such a powerful determination. Be ready to leave his body at any moment for the higher purpose. And Vyasadeva elaborately described everything happened on Kurukshetra battle. What warriors were doing, what type of weapon they were using. Yes, and certainly, even for Vyasadeva, it was very meaningful how these people were acting there, like Vira. Vira means heroes. And when some war is there, always some complication is there. Sometimes cannot understand what is dharma, what is adharma. Everyone is thinking he is a holy man, he is saintly person. And in this political world, everything is solved by war. But nowadays, people don't know the culture of war. Only circumstances looks the same, like similar, but actually the culture we don't know. And Arjuna here is full of compassion, and like he is showing his weakness. But anyway, this renunciation make a person put someone on the higher stage. If someone really is developing renunciation, yes, and but the problem is that when renunciation is not mature, and all the material world is like Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra, they created this politics, gratifying their senses of each other, and only Arjuna actually showed compassion before war started. That is unusual, and that is wonderful thing. And when there is a peacetime, we have one type of criteria, but when there is war, another type of criteria is there. And during the wartime, so many things are not so important. The values are changing. So also in our time we can see that understanding what is war, what is what is love, what is friendship, we are losing this understanding actually. We live in such a world where everything can happen any moment. And maybe we are very fortunate that we became devotees in our world, but our world around us is different. So Arjuna has took this side of non-violence through his compassion, through developing compassion. But it didn't make him, it didn't sublime him, it didn't make him, make his consciousness higher. Actually he lost his power. And also another thing is that he feels himself exhausted. How can he live? Arjuna is feeling very friendly disposition and to his friends, and actually it takes so much energy, so much intelligence to maintain peace in society. We see so much politics is there, even in our ISKCON society. So many people are fighting, even God brothers. After Guru leaving his body, God brothers are fighting. It is helping everywhere. So people can live together like they're very, very close friends when in Guru's presence. When Guru left his planet, they're fighting like they're enemies. But actually this relationship is very important to maintain. And Arjuna, he shows such a compassion, such a friendly relationship to his brothers. Because this is a mood of fighting spirit was looked strange for Arjuna. So Yudhishthira noticed that when Kali Yuga started, men and women, they started quarreling and speaking to each other with hatredness. So Yudhishthira said, this is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga started. So I have to leave. I have to leave this world. Even dogs are barking on the holy man. This is Kali Yuga. But we are living in Kali Yuga, we are thinking this is normal life. This is the power of ahankara. So one side shows virtue of Yudhishthira, piety of Yudhishthira. Another side shows manifest to us enviousness of Duryodhana. So Srila Prabhupada said that only one difference is there between them. Because Pandavas, they accepted authority of Krishna and Shastra. And Duryodhana didn't accept. And Arjuna said, this is my Kulu, my family. Arjuna is right. But Arjuna forgot about Krishna, the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan, for some time. And he just thinking about circumstances. And therefore Krishna, he accepted the role of charioteer of Arjuna. So, Shastra is saying that Jiva is developing desire to enjoy these material objects, which will be perished. Yes, when Jiva give up the seva, Vaikuntha, then he will develop Kuntha Dharma. That means, Kuntha means anxiety. Even when Jiva give up his house, son, daughter, wife, and relatives, but still he will enter into a hellish planet. This is so-called renunciation. Vaikuntha Loka is very far from him. So, and some people, they thinking, this is just a maya. All these anxieties is just a maya. Neti, just illusion. And they give up everything, but since they are not developing any relationship with the Supreme Lord, or in other words we can say, they are not serving to the Supreme Lord. They have go to the lower system, the hellish planet, lower planetary system. This is guaranteed if someone has turned his face away from Bhagavan Krishna, he is not engaged in Bhagavan Seva. So he can become Vairagi, he can give up everything, but he will go to hellish planet. So now this situation is here. Like Arjuna, he is giving up his desire to fight, he giving up his duty as a warrior, yes, Kshatriya, but he is going to the hellish planet. He is suffering. So how one can go to Krishna Loka? How one can be eligible to go there? Especially when in front of us so many difficult situations, so many circumstances. How we can overcome it? It is said that we have to develop only one desire, how to give pleasure to Krishna. That is called Kevala Bhakti. Those who are having Kevala Bhakti or pure Bhakti, they will never go to the hellish planet. They don't have death. They will never go to Yamarajya Bodh. They will never go to hellish planet. They will go back home, back to Godhead. And so we have to give up our false designations in front of our Guru. Like Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur explained about his Gurudev. Whatever knowledge, Panditya, whatever knowledge, education I was having, my Gurudeva showed that it should not be helpful, go back home, back to God. It will never help us. We are a very skillful person, we can do many things, we have so much knowledge. It will never help us go back home, back to God. Many posing themselves as a great devotee. One time Gaurakishore Das Babaji Maharaj was listening so-called sadhu, one sadhu and devotee. And that sadhu who was speaking, he was very expert speaker. And people were liking him so much. And every sentence, every time he was saying, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura. He was known as one of the Goswami, Gosai. So Gaurakishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he listened from others. Oh, great Bhagavata has come. Great Bhagavata has come. So I have to meet with him. So he also developed desire to listen from him. And when he came, he saw this Sadhu Maharaj, he was sitting and always saying, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura. So many who were listening him, they wanted to follow him. Oh, that's so great, so nice devotee. Why, so nice. We want to become his disciples. After that, when Gaurakishore Das Babaji Maharaj left, he said, this is one type of trick, how to make more disciples. Actually, he is not saying Gaura, 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 like Sripad Maharaj said to us. He is saying Tonka, 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 that means money, money, money in Oriya. Money, money, money. So he is speaking very forcefully, very heavy. Rupiah, rupiah, rupiah. That force was for collecting money. He was applying a force for collecting money. So Gaurakishore Das Babaji said, you are just screaming, shouting only for money. Can you do bhajan? Can it be called bhajan? And so this is so-called sadhu is covering up the real true religion and doing harm to the jivas in this material world. So Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur said, I have listened how my Gurudev was totally impartial and totally free from duplicity. And there are two words in Sanskrit. Like Sripad Maharaj explained to us, one word is parthiva and one word is aparthiva. This parthiva means everything material. So he said, I was always listening about aparthiva because my Gurudev never speaks about parthiva, never speaks about anything material. Whatever sound will come out from his mouth, from our mouth, it will not be related to Krishna and Vishnu. Yes, then this sound will producing some. It will become parthiva, it means material, jagat. Since this is not indicating anything towards Lord Vishnu and Krishna, definitely it will indicate towards Maya. And if our speech being used not for Krishna or Vishnu, then the words coming out from our mouth is called, as we before said, Agya Rudi, Agya Rudi. The words coming out from our mind, it will be connected with Krishna and Vishnu. It is called Vidvad Rudi. Vidvad Rudi. This is Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur gave this terminology. That means when we speak something not connected with Bhagavan, Vishnu or Krishna, that is just like material sound. And it will not give relief to our soul. But when we speak something connected with Vishnu and Krishna, that means sound with deep, very deep meaning. That means Vidvadrudi. And always our Acharya said, one should go for Shabda Brahma. Always go to and listen. Go and listen sound, spiritual sound. So, but sometimes like Sri Partanacha Maharaj said, when Guru leave this world and his disciples, they are saying, oh, we have to go for Shabda Brahma, for spiritual sound. Now we go to another line, to another sadhu, from another line, and we will listen from him. And we forget what our Guru said. That is not Vidvadrudi, that is Agyarudi. That means that this sound will not connect them with Krishna. Because already you received Krishna from your Guru. And now you forget. That means whatever you get from another source will not be spiritual. That is very interesting. That is, even one can shout very loud voice, yes, I'm Gaura Bhakta, I'm Gaura Bhakta, I'm Guru Bhakta. But if he has no relationship with Guru, so it cannot be spiritual. That means we have to develop a relationship with Krishna, that is Vidvadrudhi. The sound vibration, when it will touch our ears and heart, that will go towards Krishna. That is Shabda Brahma. It's coming from Krishna and it is bringing us to Krishna. And like all our body is filled by this sound. Yeah. Even when we are sleeping, we are listening this Mahamantra chanting and so on. Then we are completely free from material things, material anxieties like that. If someone will listen to the voice or sound related with Krishna, he cannot develop desire to enjoy Maya. So if you listen from different sources, from so-called sadhus, our tendency to enjoy Maya will never go. Bhoga pravriti. We will desire to enjoy more. And many people, they have many types of philosophies. They speak very, like my Shiksha Guru was saying, bombastic words. They have many followers, like in YouTube, everywhere. But one thing is very important, he said to us. So, how one will develop desire to serve Krishna? Yes. If I'm not understanding how one will go to Krishna, even I'm speaking so much, giving so much classes, so people who are listening to me, they will not feel connection. Just only outwardly connection, maybe by some culture, or that you are Kshatriyas, you should fight for your tradition, like that. But that is just material, but not spiritual. Inside the heart is not coming. And Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur said, I was so learned one. I learned so many languages. I was having title Sri Siddhanta Saraswati. But God, my Gurudev, he smashed me, actually. He so kind towards me. He was explaining everything in such a way I can understand this. In very simple language. Very easily he explained all this Bhagavad Tattva. So we easily understand. Srila Prabhupada did the same thing. He explained in such a way that anyone can understand. If you take the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, difficult to understand. Take Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, very difficult. So, and if someone will be able to understand nicely, then he can understand the absolute truth, Vastava Vastava. And then he will be fixed. So that is the result. That is called Avyabicharini Seva. Vyabichar means unchaste wife, which is going to another husband. This is the example is given. And when person is going according to his whimsical desire, I desire to do it, I desire to do that. So without accepting authority from Guru, that is called Vyabichar. So I develop desire, I will go to that place, I will live to stay that place, with that woman I stay, or that woman, this is Vyabichar. As long as we not received any information about the Supreme Lord, our mind will go here and there, unfixed mind. So with this type of mind, which is going whimsically to different directions, one cannot serve to the Supreme Lord. So that is also another word is there, anukulyena, that means our seva must be fixed and give pleasure to Krishna. This seva is atmavriti, the soul's activities. So seva must be, as we said, fixed, avyabhicharini. And apratihita, uninterrupted, ahetuki, without any cause, without any conditions. So this is so powerful. By associating with sadhu, we get developing so much power, so much strength. Yeah, we can go through many shastras, Vedas, Upanishads, but unless we can serve Guru Pada Padma, sadhu or Guru, yeah, we will go here and there. Yeah, but when we will able to understand what is really written in Veda, what Veda is saying, what Upanishad is saying, we will understand everything, and we will be fixed at lotus feet of Gurudev just by listening. And who can become a guru? Simply Bhagavad Bhakta. Who is not Bhagavad Bhakta, not having bhakti towards Bhagavan, cannot be guru. Who is serving, he can teach how to serve. Sevaka can teach us seva, like that. And so examples is given, like Srila Gorgon Sai Maharaj, when he joined ISKCON Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram temple, he was maybe 45 years old then. He was cleaning all the pots, all the dishes. Even devotees were not keeping nice prasadam for him. After finishing cleaning, he was taking prasad, but his plate was outside and many crows and birds already were taking his prasadam from his plate, and he never complained. And when Prabhupada sent him to Bhuvaneshwar, he was just walking from door to door, cooking some ram khichdi and offering to Lord and taking some very simple prasad. So if one cannot serve the Supreme Lord, he cannot teach seva. Seva means bhakti. Yeah? And Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur warned us. He said, don't be careful if somebody is acting as a preacher or some nice devotee, but he is just cheating. He said he's not different like Gunda. Gundasterism, he said. Gangster activities. So that means you should listen, you should submit to me, but I don't have any relationship with Krishna. I don't do any seva. So that means many flowering language, many nice words, but inside nothing is there. So like a Manujacharya, he was, his guru names was Yadava Prakash. And that time no one was daring to defeat Yadava Prakash. He was so learned one. That time Ramanujacharya's name was Lakshmana Deshika. He was one of his disciples. So he was serving Guru very nicely actually. He was one of the best disciples. So Yadava Prakash was having so much affection towards Lakshmana Deshika. Lakshmana Deshika was doing like Paricharya Seva. He was massaging his feet like that. Without any pretension, he was doing seva to his guru, massaging the back of Yadav Prakash with oil. Yeah. And that time someone asked the meaning of one shloka mentioned in Chandogya Upanishad. He said, this is Kapiyasa. Yeah? What is the meaning? And Yadav Prakash said this. Shankaracharya said this. Kapiyasa means sitting in Baitak, that is asa, the monkey sitting on Baitak. Therefore Bhagavan's eyes like monkey's backside. And Lakshman Deshika, he got so much pain in his heart. He said, no one should give this very low class interpretation of Bhagavan Krishna or Vishnu. So this time, this explanation, by listening that, he became very painful. Became painful towards him, because anything we are describing about Lord Vishnu or Krishna, we should not give this low class interpretation. So automatically tears fell down from his eyes, and on the back of his face, when he turned his face, why are you crying? Because you putting down Lord. He became very angry. Before this, no one could put down Yadav Prakash. And now his disciple dared to say this. And he asked Lakshman Deshika, can you give your interpretation? He said, in the Shruti Shastra, very nice explanation is there. Actually, Shankaracharya, he wanted to bewilder the human being, so therefore he compiled some Shastra, which is full of illusion. But the previous Acharyas, they have given very nice explanation of the Shastras before Shankaracharya came. So then he said, Kapiyasa means Kam Jala Pibati iti Kapi. That means soaking the water from every place is called Kapi. That is sun god. Nala Asmin Ashte Tishtati iti, which is growing from the water, from the muddy water, that is lotus flower. Also, the meaning is a blossoming by the sun god. The lotus flower will blossom when the sun arises, and when the sun goes, sun leaves, it closes. So Kapyasa means lotus flower. So Bhagavan Vishnu's eyes just like lotus flower. When Yadav Prakash listened to this, he became very angry. I was defeated by my own disciple, and he wanted to kill him. So he killed Lakshman Deshika. So what type of guru is there? Jnani guru, yogi guru, karmi guru. There's different types of guru. We cannot say they are really guru, so we should be careful. We are listening actually not guru at the same time. We are listening our mind. Either we are listening our mind or we are listening to Krishna. One guru is Krishna guru, he is representing Krishna. Another guru is Maya guru, he is representing our mind. So we have to know this. So only Vaishnava guru, Mahabhagavata, he can show a causeless mercy on his followers. He is very much concerned about others because he is paradukha dukhi. He is compassionate to everyone who is suffering. So, and like Raghunath Das Goswami, he said, Kripam Budhir Yapara Dukha Dukhi. In Vilapa Kusumanjali he said, Sambandha Jnana Datta, Sanatana Goswami, he is Guru, he is Acharya, who is giving Sambandha Jnana. He said, I take shelter. Everyone should take shelter at Sanatana Goswami's lotus feet. Everyone. And what is Jnana? What Jnana one should get? Sambandha Jnana. It is coming from spiritual world. So Sambandha is relationship with Krishna coming from spiritual world. Doing illicit sex, everything. Doing illicit sex, everything. But Chidvilasa, everywhere this word chid, yes? But chid means consciousness, but we can use our consciousness in different way. We can merge our consciousness, we can give up our consciousness, or vilasa, we can engage our consciousness in Krishna Lila, in Gaura Lila also. That means in Gaura Lila means Krishna Seva. By doing eternal Seva to Krishna, we feel unlimited bliss, unlimited ananda. For that reason, we should serve the Supreme Lord. Some impersonalists, they are running for mukti, but it is like killing ourselves. It's not a real mukti. One will fall down again. But the real mukti is to understanding my Swarupa. Muktir hitvanya rupe swarupena vyavastiti. That means when I'm understanding that I'm eternal servitor of Krishna, we will remain in our Swarupa, we will get benefit, we will be free from achin, that means unconsciousness. Unconsciousness cannot touch us. Always we are trying to serve Krishna. So as long as we are remaining in our Swarupa, we don't do anything unconsciously. That means we will remain in the unconscious kingdom, Chaitanya Rajya, and we will do service eternally. And it will blossom. Our Chaitanya will be fully blossom consciousness, like a flower, like the lotus flower. And Bhagavan Krishna said, Yayathamam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manusya partha sarvashaha. Krishna gives everything to his devotee, accordingly to his surrender, accordingly to his Sharanagati, Krishna will give to him. So there is no reason for crying, no reason for despair, yeah? There is no cause for that. But now Arjuna, in illusion, he doesn't understand it. He just forget. After listening from Krishna, Arjuna will understand. This is a service full of love, prema moya seva, like Vrajavasya serving to Krishna. Giving everything, giving up totally to Krishna. Then Krishna will totally give himself to that devotee. Actually, Krishna already gave himself to Arjuna as a charioteer. But now Arjuna, just in illusion, he cannot understand it. Krishna is saying, Yayathamam prapadyante means you can, Mam means Krishna, but in different rasas. 5 rasas are there in Vraja. You develop you understand your Swarupa in 5 rasas. The 5 rasas of Vrajavasi. Just only surrender. Prapadyante, that means prapati. According to level of surrender, accordingly, I will reciprocate to him. So, how one has surrendered to me, so accordingly I will reciprocate to him. So, who can surrender completely? The example is Vraja Gopis. They surrender to Krishna completely. No one can do like them. And acharyas, who is Vraja Gopis, they can do also. Like Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami. Like Prabhupada said in the letter to one devotee that Nitya, see the eternal associate of Krishna, are Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami. And other Goswamis, they are sadhakas or kripasidas who got special mercy and became perfect associate as as like Nityasiddha. So Prabhupada explained to us. Therefore, our line we call Rupa Raghunatha line. One time Srila Guru Goswami Maharaj, he was giving this class in Mayapur, and all sannyasi sadhus were gathering together. And he asked, what is our line? And all sannyasis were silent. One Maharaj, maybe Subhag Maharaj, he asked, Maharaj, you speak. And he said, our line is Rupa Raghunatha line. And he explained. So we are following this Vraja Gopis actually. Our line is Rupa Raghunatha line. This Rupa Raghunatha is like two manjaris who are serving to the most dearmost girl companion of Radharani, Lalit and Vishaka. So these two manjaris, they are serving Rupa Manjari and Lavanga Manjari. So that is their mood. So we just try to observe it, to imbibe it by listening. How Arjuna was listening to Krishna. Otherwise we will be just like yogurt and milk. Yogurt is never be called as milk, but it is coming from milk. But this is just transformation. So just like we are putting tilak, we are doing service, but without surrender, it is just like yogurt, but not milk. Yes, because we surrender not to Krishna, but to Maya. And the criteria is how much bliss I am having. If I really surrender to Krishna, then so much bliss I am having. Even so many difficult circumstances around us, but still I am feeling so much bliss by remembering about Krishna. But even so many things, I am living in Holy Dham and I am having many followers, but I am not surrendered. So much anxieties inside, so much anxieties. Therefore Krishna says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Krishna will give intelligence to one who has surrendered to him. One cannot surrender to something empty, void. Yes. One can surrender to a form. Then one should see the form of the Lord. That means darshan. But when one sees material forms, that is perverted darshan, we can say. One is not able to see the form of Krishna, so he cannot surrender. Therefore we need Rupa darshan. We need to see the form. But how we can see the form of Bhagavan when we are doing service? Otherwise it will be Bhoga darshan. I just see how this deity is made out from which material. What is the form like? Some people they like white Krishna. White Krishna is better than black. Is nice. So maybe white Krishna is better. And from where you got this marble? From Jaipur? Oh, very nice. So Bhoga darshan means to give pleasure to my eyes. Even I am looking at deities, but I am not surrendered, just for my pleasure. When one will be able to see the form, Swayam Rupa, when we listen from True Guru. Yes, and what it is said in Bhagavatam, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Brajendra Nandani, you Brajendra Nandana, you are not mere idol, you are son of Nanda Maharaj. Yes, this, I think we already spoke about that last time. I just forgot and I again gave the same class maybe, but still nice. I got the same text maybe from which I was using from last class, but still nice. So we can repeat this class many times actually, and so many things we can find out from here. Okay, maybe some questions do you have, so you can ask. Hare Krishna, Jai Granth Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Smarita Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Gaur. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopal Ji ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Lalita Madhu ki Jai. If you have any questions, please write down or questions or comments. Yes. Or you can speak directly in Zoom. So I see Roshan Prabhu here today with us. Very happy to see you here today. Yeah, Hare Krishna, how are you? Are you fine? You're doing your sadhana bhajan nicely? Yeah. Like when Brahmanas, they meet each other, they ask, did you surrender? Did you receive perfection, mukti? Or still you're in Maya? So, yeah, I'm okay. I'm in Russia now. Came back to Russia. In my country, because so many difficult circumstances were there. So many like adventures, especially when I was in Cambodia, then Indonesia. After Shipashtancham Maharaj left this world, wandering soul. Now I'm not wandering soul, I'm staying in one place, giving classes. By mercy of Rupa Sanatana Prabhu, now he is not present. We have Zoom, we can do class in Zoom. Yeah, and we have some city in Russia, Gelendzhik, near the Black Sea, on the south of Russia. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Krishna will arrange. I will come to Gangtok again, as you asking me. I don't know. Last time I asked Prabhuji, but Prabhuji said, no need, you come there. So that's okay. So because then I decided, actually I was having some health issues, so therefore my senior sent me back to Russia. Then I came here to Russia and I married here, by blessing of my Guru Maharaj. So now here, but still I'm continuing preaching and doing everything like that. Okay, thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhyascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo ananta koti vaishnavabhyo ki jai. Oh, yeah, you can ask some questions. You can write down.